Get ready for explosive news. Joe Pyfer is opening up about his darkest moments after a massive win, revealing a struggle that almost cost him everything. We dive deep into his powerful message of hope and resilience. Then, we hear directly from Maycee Barber as she releases an emotional statement following her knockout loss at UFC Seattle, sharing her thoughts on what's next after a tough fight. We're also going inside the controversial claims from former UFC fighter Kevin Lee, who alleges his political stances may have led to his downfall with the promotion. You won't believe what he's saying. And finally, get ready to place your bets with expert picks and odds for the upcoming UFC Fight Night featuring Moicano versus Duncan. All that and more, right here, right now. Don't miss a second, hit that subscribe button and ring the bell.
Looking for a fast-charging, ultra-responsive stylus for your iPad? Meet the 2X Fast Charge Active Stylus Pen, designed for 2018 to 2025 Apple iPads. Take your creativity and productivity to the next level. Click the link in the video description to shop now on Amazon.
Joe Pyfer's profound post-fight confession is shaking the MMA world. Fresh off the biggest win of his career at UFC Seattle, Joe Pyfer dropped a bombshell admission that has everyone talking. He nearly took his own life just weeks before stepping into the octagon. This revelation comes as Pyfer aims to redefine what it means to be Joe Pyfer, moving beyond his brash persona to inspire others with his journey of faith and resilience. Pyfer revealed in his post-fight interview that a profound spiritual awakening and therapy saved him from his darkest moments. He described a dream where he felt God's intervention, leading to a renewed sense of freedom and purpose. This personal transformation is a stark contrast to the aggressive image he cultivated, which was amplified by the Be Joe Pyfer mantra. Now, he wants that phrase to signify overcoming adversity and finding hope, not just fighting prowess. He explained that the old Joe Pyfer is gone, replaced by a version that is mentally stronger and more inspiring, ready to tackle life's challenges with a newfound perspective and a much lighter heart. The MMA community is rallying around Pyfer, with fans and fellow fighters expressing admiration for his bravery in sharing such a personal struggle. Analysts are noting this as a significant moment for mental health awareness in professional sports, highlighting Pyfer's powerful testimony as a beacon of hope. His honesty is truly inspiring, but what happens when a fighter's career is allegedly derailed by off-the-cage decisions? Stay tuned as we uncover Kevin Lee's explosive claims about politics impacting his UFC journey. Maycee Barber shares her heart after a tough UFC Seattle loss. After her highly anticipated fight at UFC Seattle, where she was knocked out by Alexa Grasso, Maycee Barber has released an emotional statement. Barber, who is aiming to make a significant statement for a potential title shot, faced a formidable opponent in Grasso, who delivered a powerful performance. In a candid social media post, Barber expressed her gratitude to the UFC and Alexa Grasso for the opportunity, acknowledging that it wasn't her night. She admitted to not remembering much of the fight and found it difficult seeing herself appear dead on social media. Despite the painful knockout, Barber emphasized that the experience of competing at such a high level was still one of the greatest nights of her life, reflecting on her journey and the support she's received. She vowed to return stronger after healing and putting in the necessary work, thanking her fans for their unwavering support through wins and losses. Fans have flooded Barber's social media with messages of support, praising her resilience and courage. The MMA world is watching closely, anticipating her comeback after this setback. But what happens when a fighter's career is allegedly derailed by off-the-cage decisions? Stay tuned as we uncover Kevin Lee's explosive claims about politics impacting his UFC journey. Kevin Lee makes explosive claims about politics affecting his UFC career. Former UFC fighter Kevin Lee is stirring the pot with a bold accusation. He believes his political stances and actions directly led to his downfall within the promotion. Lee, who had a notable career in the UFC's lightweight and welterweight divisions, including an interim title fight, feels his exit was far from organic. Lee pointed to a specific moment in 2019 after a fight at Madison Square Garden. He claims the UFC wanted him to meet with then-President Donald Trump, but Lee alleges he avoided the meeting by leaving the venue. Shortly after, he met with Bernie Sanders and gave a speech for his campaign. Lee asserts that this decision made him dead in the water with the UFC, citing this as the reason for his subsequent career trajectory, even claiming he was told this directly. He advises young athletes to steer clear of politics and church's money, suggesting that mixing the two can have severe career repercussions. This accusation, if true, casts a shadow on the UFC's image of fighter freedom of expression. While difficult to verify, it has sparked significant debate among fans and media about the potential influence of politics on fighter management and matchmaking. Now, let's shift gears from controversial claims to strategic predictions. Get ready for our expert breakdown and betting picks for the upcoming UFC Fight Night, Moicano vs. Duncan. Get ready for UFC Fight Night, Moicano vs. Duncan with expert picks and odds. The Octagon is set to light up Las Vegas with UFC Fight Night, Moicano vs. Duncan, featuring a thrilling lightweight main event. 10th-ranked Renato Moicano faces the streaking Chris Duncan, who has won 4 in a row. The event, held at the Apex, will kick off with preliminary fights around 5 p.m. ET, followed by the main card at 8 p.m. ET. Currently, Chris Duncan is favored at -192, with Renato Moicano coming in at +160. The co-main event also promises fireworks, with a strawweight bout between Verna Jandiroba and Tabitha Rixey. For those looking to place bets, seasoned MMA analyst Kyle Marley has shared his insights. Marley, who has reportedly helped bettors achieve significant gains over the years, is offering his selections for the entire card. He's particularly high on a preliminary featherweight bout, backing Jose Delano to win via submission, citing Delano's superior striking and higher volume as key advantages over his opponent, Robert Rachala. Fans are eagerly anticipating Marley's full card predictions, especially for the main event, as they look to capitalize on his track record. The excitement is building for another night of high-stakes UFC action. What a night of fights and revelations. But before we go, let's do a quick recap of all the top stories you need to know. What a show! We heard Joe Pyfer's powerful story of overcoming darkness. Maycee Barber shared her resilience after a tough loss. Kevin Lee dropped bombshells about politics in the UFC, and we broke down the odds for Moicano vs. Duncan. Don't forget to like this video, subscribe to the channel for more breaking news and in-depth coverage, and hit that notification bell so you never miss an update. Let us know your thoughts in the comments below and follow us on all social media platforms to stay connected. We'll see you in the next one.